The president of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, says rising interest rate hikes would hurt local manufacturers and will continue to affect the growth of the nation's economy. Dangote, who made the assertion at the opening session of a 3-day National Manufacturing Policy Summit organized by the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria in Abuja, says nobody can create jobs with an interest rate of 30%. No growth will happen, no power, no prosperity, no affordable financing, no growth, no development. Dangote's comments came weeks after the CBN's Monetary Policy Committee agreed to increase the monetary policy rate for the third consecutive time from 24.75% to 26.25%. On his submission, a former Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Shegun Aganga's lack of consistency in implementation of the industrial plan has affected the promotion of export trade in the country. The president of MAN, Otunba Francis Meshioye, reiterated the need for time that will address the problem faced by the players in the sector. The Director General, MAN, Shegun Ajayi Kadir, says the theme, Rethinking Manufacturing, is aimed at promoting growth, getting productivity, and improving competitiveness.
Import dependence is equivalent to importing poverty, exporting jobs. Anything that you import, you are importing poverty into your nation and you are exporting jobs out. No power, no growth, no prosperity. So unless you have a power, you will not have growth, you will not have prosperity. Similarly, no affordable financing, no growth, no prosperity. There is no industrialization without protection. So ignoring all these facts is what gives rise to insecurity, banditry, kidnapping, and abject poverty in the land.
Nigeria launched that industrial plan in 2014, commenced implementation, and then put it in the cooler for 8 years. If it had been implemented rigorously, Nigeria would have become a top competitor in our competitive global exporter in at least 3 or 4 of the 13 products identified for export by now. It is all about continuity and discipline, which takes me to my next point. Continuity is our major problem as a nation. It is not plans, it is not about policies. I've heard people talk about policies and plans. There's nobody who designs a policy that's not design it in a way to make it work if you consult in the process. It is not about plans, it's not about policies. In fact, as I always say, we are long on plans, but we are short on implementation.
The summit is expected to come up with practical measures and policy reforms to address the binding constraints militating against manufacturing performance and competitiveness. We intend to fashion out measures that will improve our capacity and readiness to beneficially engage in the African continental free trade area and generally improve our export performance. Therefore, at the end of the summit, we are expected to have a tailored time-bound policy roadmap that will address the sector challenges and present it to the government with the hope that influence a proper policy information.
Our target, among others, include to provide solutions to binding constraints limiting the growth and performance of the sector, discuss how to upscale productivity and competitiveness within the sector, suggest measures to boost manufacturing contribution to GDP, employment, and wealth creation, identify policies and reform measures required to enhance the performance of the sector.